Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the King, and welcome back to the channel. We have made a few videos like this in the past, and we're bringing back this series today. As time goes on, a lot of the characters that we do mention to come on into the game actually come on into the game, and other characters like that, and it just turned out to be that we actually received those characters in the game. So it's always fun speculating and thinking about what could possibly come in the future of Dead by Daylight. Before I jump on into this video, I just want to say currently I am live on Twitch. We're going to be running some Survive with Friend games, so if you guys want to come out and watch that, the link will be in the description. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump on in to this list. Coming in at number 5 on the list is the Slender Man. Now, this originated from a creepypasta meme and has soon evolved into something that just spiraled out of control. There were so many games about this. There's even movies from Sony about this. And for those of you guys that are unfamiliar with the tall Slender Man, in short, he lurks in the woods, and once you see him, you can't get rid of him. He's the tall, skinny guy that lurks in the shadows, in the woods, and it kind of fits a lot with Dead by Daylight, with the entire lurking and hiding being stealthy kind of theme, so having it incorporated into the game would be quite awesome. However, finding the copyrights to this is going to be a little bit tricky, as since it started as a internet meme, you don't really know where to get the licensings from, and you don't just want to put it into the game and then get sued. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to get him into the game, but it would fit the genre perfectly. Moving on the list, coming in at number 4 is the popular movie character, the Nun. Now, quite recently, we actually speculated the Nun coming on into Dead by Daylight due to some sounds in the game files. Sadly, we did not get the Nun, but just imagine how crazy it would have been if we actually received a killer like that into the game. Now, there was a little bit of controversy when we did talk about this, of the Nun coming potentially into the game with the whole religious theme, but we also seen things such as Santa in the clown's outfit, so I don't think it's that far-fetched. For those of you that are unaware of the Nun, this is a movie off on its own in the popular Conjuring series. In short, it is just a demonic nun. So having something like that in the game would be quite interesting. We still got kind of a demonic figure in the Oni, and that's why it kind of correlates in a way with the whole ghost demon kind of theme, but hey, you never know what Dead by Daylight has up their sleeves. Moving on to number 3. This is going to take us into a different category of kind of killers. For number 3, we have a werewolf killer. Now, we know that Dead by Daylight do use Folklore, as they use the Oni as a killer, who was in Japanese folklore, so having a werewolf, which is also something that takes part in Folklore, would be quite interesting to see in the game. This would be the first killer that maybe can shapeshift in the game from a human to a werewolf form, maybe run on all 4 legs, be really quick. It will definitely change up the dynamic of things. Again, if you don't know what a werewolf is, essentially it's a person that can shapeshift into a wolf, and not just any wolf. It's like really big, buff, scary wolf. Now, there's a lot of room that they can actually go with lore from this. There's so much things that they can draw into this, because it isn't strictly licensed. It's more of just a mythical creature, and as I said before, folklore, so you can literally draw any points you want with this and carry on, which brings us into number 2, which is also some folklore, and that's a vampire. This is something that people have been asking for quite a long time, and similar to the werewolf, something they could explore is if the vampire can actually turn into a bat and maybe traverse the map, maybe have supersonic hearing when they're as a bat. Who knows? This is something that they can explore, and definitely a lot in the way for lore, cosmetics, and just general ideas. If you don't know what a vampire is, essentially it's a creature from the folklore that feeds on the vital essence of the living, essentially your blood. So having either the werewolf or a vampire coming out into a game is something Dead by Daylight could definitely incorporate, and it would fit the theme perfectly. And moving on to number 1, and this person has been at number 1 in pretty much all of our lists, and that is Jason. Now, Jason is definitely something that Dead by Daylight has wanted since the beginning. The closest thing that we currently have to this is the Trapper, as he has the mask, he places traps, he also has the machete, but we don't have the actual guy Jason. And I always hear the argument about the Friday the 13th game and everything like that, but there's still potential and there's still hope that Jason can come on in to Dead by Daylight, and if he does, he can join the likes of Freddy and other characters, and essentially give Dead by Daylight one more puzzle piece onto completing their map of all of the iconic horror characters. But there you go. That is going to wrap it up for this short mini list. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like down below and tell me what you guys think about it. Let me know what characters you would like to see coming on into the game. As I said in the beginning of the video, we are currently live on Twitch, so make sure you click on the link down below to come out and say hello. As always, I'm the King, and to my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.